everyone, Lisa here from Down to Earth Gardening, and today I want to feature just one plant, one perennial that is really so stunning to me. I thought it would be fun to share with all of you at home because it is a beautiful, easy, no fuss, no muss plant that is really bringing a lot of wow to the garden right now. So it's early summer. We just got home from a little trip to see the grandkids in Florida, and just as we got to the entrance of our driveway, I noticed this and was squealing. I was so excited. So this is an echinacea, which is commonly called coneflower, but this plant here, this echinacea is going to do well in zone 4 through 9, and the drum roll is that it's called White Swan. So I love little gardening jokes, and I wanted to throw up a picture of a white swan to help trigger your memory so you would remember this one. But it's just so beautiful, it's so easy, so I want to just devote this whole video to this perennial and tell you a lot about it. Okay, so great first impression, white swan, and it's great for zones 4 through 9. So let's talk a little bit about where to plant and where I have it planted. So where to plant echinacea is going to be a full sun location, so 6+ hours a day. It does like well-drained soil, but it can tolerate drought. It has very low watering needs. And I know this is true because this little garden down here is across the street from our house. There's no water source and there's no irrigation, so it really gets very little water, and it still is a great performer. So bloom time is going to be June through September, and that's one of the things that really wow me about it. Is right now it is mid-June and I was away when it started flowering, but you can see that it's got some kind of mature blooms, and then it has some new buds that are forming here. So you will get some flowers from it throughout the summer. But what makes it interesting in the fall, and what will extend the interest of this plant, is if you leave the cone heads. They're really pretty, and not only that, but the birds will be drawn to them, especially the songbirds, because they will use them as a food source. So I have a lot of clients that even like to leave these through the winter as a food source. So you have that option. They also look really great in a cut flower bouquet. So this bunch that I have here, I have planted in 3 in a little triangle. I started with 3 1-gallon size pots, and I like to plant them a little close because then it forms a nice group like this. So depending on the size garden that you have, you can do your multiple numbers in 3, 5, 7, 9. You can really go for it with these, and I always say the bigger the better. So the bigger mass, the more impact. I have 3 groups of 3 along this bed here, so I just love the continuity of this big white flower as well. So as far as its habit, what it looks like, you can see how large the flower is. And it starts as a bright white with the yellow cones. Some people will say that it's a little more ivory, but in the garden it really pops as a white flower. So height-wise, it's about 2 to 3 feet tall. I'm going to say that this one here is almost 3 feet tall. It is a little more mature. I've had this here. This is its 3rd year in the garden. So coneflower is also versatile because it can be elegant and it can be rustic. I love using it in cottage gardens and pollinator gardens. You'll see a lot of butterflies, and I can see and hear some bees around it right now. But you can also use it in a more formal garden, so it could be really elegant there. I've used it in a more of a formal cottage garden with some boxwood, and it also looks really stunning there. So branching, pollinator, drought resistant, easy. I feel like you can't go wrong. And I really want you at home to know about these plants that are easy and reliable and that have been tried and true. This one here was introduced in 1987, and I have to say I started using this in the beginning of my business, so 20 plus years, and it's still a favorite, and it's still a favorite for a lot of people. So there's nothing better than investing in a flower and having it really perform for you. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. That's it for today. If you like this video, please go ahead and tap like and come on and grow with us and subscribe to our channel.